Well, I think it's really important to work closely with people that you can trust and you can say anything to. But I think the friendships that you build up within politics, often other women who believe in what you want and what you're doing, that you can achieve so much more if you do it, together. And so, I think in Westminster, there was a very strong women's group. And here we've been able to work on women's issues together, promoting different campaigns. So I think it's working together really, and looking to people for support, and people who are in the same position, people who are also trying to stand for election or going through some of the hurly-burly things that you have to go through in politics, that you can do it so much better if you're together.
The biggest support was the support of my family. I was never told I couldn't do anything or couldn't stand for election. Politics was spoken about in my house from childhood. My father was a journalist, so he would often meet with politicians. So I was surrounded by politicians. And he also taught me as a journalist, he had to be politically neutral. So the importance of finding something in majority of politicians that you can agree with and campaign on together, irrespective of which political party you're in. So I think having that support spaces around me and not being told you can't do that because you're a woman, which unfortunately happens too much. But then once I've been elected, what's helped me the most has been the support of my colleagues and friends, those who you can trust when things are tough. And sometimes in the Senate, just having a cup of coffee with someone who's in the same position as you, because it's a really weird job. The fact that you're elected rather than, that you go through a interview and then it's your job as long as it's there. The fact you've got to go through selections again, it can be really difficult. And also that you could be the best ever politician and still lose your seat. There's no guarantee. So that can be really difficult. And building those alliances with people who are in the same situation as you is really, really important.
Yeah, well, it is having that personal support and that support of a group around you, but it is about organisations as well. So, obviously, Elector, an amazing organisation that helps women both kind of think about their own individual aspirations, but also on a more institutional level as well. It is a sense that we can see the changes in society, I hope, to make it more acceptable for women going in. We're not there yet, though, are we? We need better childcare. We need better social care. We need to change the dynamic and the culture around the fact that women adopt the caring role, and change that totally in our society so that we see that more equal and more socially just as well.
So I've been really fortunate. My late father, Mohammed Ashgar, was the first ethnic minority member here in the Welsh Assembly, then Welsh Parliament. He passed away. He was my biggest support system, and he always said that there was a place for me in politics, and someone like me should definitely consider a career in politics. Alongside him, I'm very lucky that the group that I represent, the Conservative group, has been super welcoming. They've always been incredibly supportive of everything I've done, whether it's been standing for election, from then becoming a member, and now standing shoulder to shoulder with them day in, day out. I'm very fortunate to have an amazing team who support me and help me every single day to do the job that I do to the best of my ability. And more than everything else, I've got great family and fantastic constituents as well. It makes the day go by a lot better and makes the job a lot easier.
I stood for a party, and the support was, we'll deliver a few leaflets for you, which was useful. And basically, it was my family that supported me. I then went on, and when I was elected, there were 5 women out of 60 councillors, and we coalesced around each other, supported each other, and it grew in the next election. I came into the Senedd, and the system is much stronger. The support was hugely different and better. You're part of a larger group where people did offer support, and I thought that I could go one further, so I'm now chair of the Women's Caucus. I offer support to women, whoever they are, and I think it's a much stronger network now, where people feel a little bit more engaged with each other. There's a real feeling, I think, here of sisterhood.
I think the main support mechanism for me is relying on other female politicians who I've got to know who are friends, some of them who encouraged me to stand in the first place. So I was like, this is your fault, you're going to have to help me now. You know, they have advice. They have got tips and tactics of how to deal with different stresses and strains or things you may come across. You know, rely on all your colleagues. You know, the similar issues come up in politics, and you can always ask advice, and that's what I do. I ask colleagues and also ask trusted female friends.